Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us at Planters, and heartiest congratulations for the
Thank
big
you. Thank you.
milestone.
Thank
It's
you.
a new era of growth and excellence for
Yeah.
you. So, you are a visionary, sir. So, what prompted you to start the company? How's been your journey like?
Okay, so this was a 40 years before I decided to start the company because I was working in a reputed company, Case International, for almost 12 years, and then I thought that I should start my own. I had a background of engineering and the project management, construction, transmission line. That is how I started in Baroda. It's an amazing journey.
Fabulous
Yes.
journey. Excellent. So, you're one of the leading EPC players globally.
Yeah,
So,
one of
and-
the leading players.
Yes, you think ranked number 4. So, what's been the key offerings and what are your products and offerings?
So we are into power T&D, we are into civil construction, we are into railway electrification, S&T and composite jobs, and we are also into pole and lighting, and we have backward integration in all of this. So we have manufacturing of towers, conductors and also monopoles. So that gives us a competitive advantage because monopoles and conductors is unique to us along with some other players.
So, which are your key projects?
Most of our projects are 765 kV, 400 kV transmission lines in India. Many projects in Africa like Cameroon, Tanzania, Mali. We have a large project being executed and also executed in Bhutan, Bangladesh. These are very large projects. Yeah.
I believe you've been awarded for the Kosi River also.
Yeah, that is one of the jobs which we are undertaking, and once we complete this job after 1 or 1.5 years, that will be the longest ever river crossing bridge in India.
Wonderful.
That's about 10.5 kilometer river bridge.
All right. So, can you give us details of the IPO?
And the IPO is basically to fund our working capital for our growth, that is 250 crores. 90 crores for capex for expanding our current factories, both for towers and conductors, and 90 crores is for general purpose for us to use as and where required. So that's the overall requirement of 400 crores is being utilized.
Wonderful. So, you have a very strong, healthy order book. So, what is the execution time and when would it be realized?
We have a 10,000 odd crores order book as of 30th June and a 3,200 crores of L1. So execution time for domestic will be 18 to 24 months and for international will be 24 to 30 months. So we have a good healthy book for the next 2 years.
Awesome. And what are your key, can you share some key financial
Yes.
highlights?
So if you see our EBITDA last year was at 11.77%. This year quarter one is around 13%. PAT last year was 5.65%. We are at the similar range of 5.57% this year. So our order book, along with the margin profile, is continuing in the same trajectory as what we've been doing in the last 2 years.
All right. Can you give a bifurcation of all the revenue mix of all the verticals?
Yeah, 83 to 84% is our power T&D. Around 10 odd percent is civil. 3% is railways and another 3% is poles and lighting.
So, what has been your leadership mantra?
Leadership, so basically, I believed in the philosophy of making this company a strong performing company, which and it should sustain the performance for a long-term period. So I focus more on the profitability, cash flow management, getting the better revenue projects. And people should believe in us, whatever we say. So we should be considered as a dependable company with a sustainability and profit-making company. That's what is your basic mantra, by which we are selecting the projects. We are not running after the top line growth. We're actually looking at, by maintaining a top line growth, we should also not compromise on the bottom line.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And which are your ongoing CSR projects?
I think Mr. Nahar. Yeah. So, ma'am, we are into health and education. So, I'll talk about health. We are helping various hospitals for cancer. We also tied up with Tata Cancer Hospital,
We also have a hospital in Chennai where we are supporting. We also look at the eye care, cataract, and eye checkups in different projects we do with various NGOs. We also have in health, we tied up with around 4 or 5 engineers for educating the girl child, educating and empowering people to get into the jobs, and we're also looking at helping them to get placed. So we're working in with almost 14 projects, both in health and education.
Excellent. And going forward, what are your key strategies?
Uh, Ma'am, as we mentioned, we are clear that our T&D business must sustain and grow, and we're strengthening our substation and underground cable verticals. We're also strengthening a product portfolio of towers and cables, and we are adding conductors, and we are adding HTLS conductor in that zone. We also want to strengthen our offering in international, so deepening our market share in certain markets, and also looking at India-centric focus, where we can strengthen our market share and relationship with the current clients, namely Power Grid, Sterlite, Adani, and Reddy.
So, your final words for the viewers and potential stakeholders.
See, we are coming out with very good value to the investors. You must have seen that we have made a pre-IPO at 484 rupees per share, and now, as with the guidance of the merchant bankers, we wanted to give good value to our investors. That is what is the idea, and I think that with the 10 years growth plan, what we see in the T&D as a business, and also for the company, and international growth and also domestic growth will benefit all the investors, from long-term investors. That's what is our wish. That,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be a true value for.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
gentlemen. It
ma'am.
was a pleasure.
Pleasure.